cash gifting and the law, what you should know.
Consumer Alert. Mike Cox, Attorney General. The Attorney General provides consumer alerts to inform the public of unfair, misleading, or deceptive business practices, and to provide information and guidance on other issues of concern. Cash gifting schemes. Local police departments and the Attorney General's office have noticed a recent surge in inquiries regarding cash gifting schemes. These schemes are presented in an endless variety of ways, including schemes targeting NASCAR fans or socially conscious women. No matter how these schemes are presented, the bottom line is the same for all. Cash gifting schemes are illegal in Michigan. This consumer alert will provide Michigan consumers with information on how to spot illegal cash gifting scams, and what to do if they believe one of these scams is operating in Michigan. Pyramid schemes are illegal in Michigan. Section 28 of the Michigan Franchise Investment Law MCL 445.1501 et seq. makes pyramids illegal in Michigan. The statute reads in Part A, person may not offer or sell any form of participation in a pyramid or chain promotion. A pyramid or chain promotion is any plan or scheme or device by which a participant gives a valuable consideration for the opportunity to receive compensation or things of value in return for inducing other persons to become participants in the program, or B. A participant is to receive compensation when a person introduced by the participant introduces one or more additional persons into participation in the plan, each of whom receives the same or similar right, privilege, license, chance, or opportunity. Essentially, a pyramid is a scheme in which participants receive compensation for recruiting other participants. Other state laws. Every state has laws, codes or statutes against pyramid schemes, making them illegal activities. The California court has determined that those who start cash gifting clubs and those who promote them are lottery operators under the law. Members of the gifting club Women Helping Women pled guilty and were sentenced to significant community service in lieu of jail time and fined, some as much as $150,000. The gifting club, an elite activity, was closed down in the states of Arkansas, Mississippi, South Dakota, Tennessee and Texas, where the founder was sentenced to 2 years in state prison and fined $10,000. In Iowa, the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division has stated that cash gifting participants can be prosecuted under the Theft by Deception Law, Securities Violation Code, Tax Evasion Code or the Lottery Law, and the Iowa Supreme Court has ruled that victims can sue the person who committed the crime. The Maine State Attorney General filed suit against 31 members of a Women's Project for operating an illegal pyramid scheme. The Attorney General settled with its founders and promoters, and some of the money was returned to its victims. New York Civil Court has ruled that founders of a cash gifting program will be considered guilty of fraud, and victims in those programs have the right to sue the promoters. Idaho laws forbid pyramid schemes, classified in the state as felonies. Once prospects join a cash gifting program, the prospect victim may also be advised on various means of handling cash gifts so as not to alert the IRS through routine reporting by their financial institution. If the activity were in compliance with tax laws, would such instructions be necessary? The IRS will not pursue you for cash gifting. The IRS does not define the legality of any income source. They just want to tax your income, no matter the source. Other bodies, state and federal authorities, determine the legality of cash gifting programs and clubs. Be advised, however, before joining any cash gifting program, that the federal and state laws are not quite as friendly as gifting promoters may like victims to think. Persons considering joining a cash gifting program should only listen to advice regarding its legality from a qualified attorney, their state attorney general, and the SEC. But what about one-up cash gifting programs? The operators of one-up cash gifting programs claim that they are immune to prosecution as pyramid schemes because of their structures receiving lines, which never have more than one receiver and one giver in them at any given time. But does that really matter, since they still require recruitment of new participants if old participants are to recoup their gifts? One promoter of these cash gifting programs claims that they must meet several standards. 1. They must provide statements between the giver and the receiver that the gifts are given with no expectation of any returns. 2. They must provide statements between the giver and the receiver that gifts were unsolicited and that the giver approached the receiver inquiring about the opportunity to give. 3. There should be a statement between the giver and the receiver acknowledging that the giver accepts he or she is not making an investment. 4. And there must be a clear understanding between the giver and receiver that the giver is not guaranteed any benefits for making a gift. But California successfully prosecuted Women Helping Women, even though many of its members had met all of these standards. Federal actions against cash gifting programs. Further doubt was cast on the legality of one-up systems by the 2006 Security Exchange Commission's prosecution of Prosperity Automated Systems. Although it was not a cash gifting system, PAS ran afoul because its founder, William Osterhout, was found to be selling unregistered securities. But the key finding in this instance was the Security Exchange Commission's description of the PAS marketing system. The complaint further alleges that in order to purchase a PAS membership, prospective investors submit their personal information into an existing PAS website and agree to be contacted by a PAS team leader, who then directly solicits the investor. Investors who choose to purchase PAS memberships receive the following: 1. Their own unique replicated PAS website that automatically offers PAS memberships to additional prospective investors. And 2. The services of PAS team leaders to solicit new prospective investors. The proceeds from an investor-first sale of a Pascal membership must be paid to an earlier investor. Thereafter, PAS investors retain commissions for each subsequent sale of PAS memberships to new investors. This is a perfect illustration of how one-up cash gifting systems work. When dealing with the Security Exchange Commission, the bottom line is that it can label whatever it wants as an unregistered security and leave it up to the other party to prove otherwise. How many cash gifting operators have the money to either challenge the Security Exchange Commission, or protect their programs from prosecution under any number of state statutes? If you've lost money in a cash gifting swindle, you may not be without legal remedy. All 50 states, the District of Columbia, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, have consumer protection agencies that deal with complaints against the operators of cash gifting programs. The money they returned is distributed among those who had lost their gifts, even if they signed a gifting statement giving up all rights. Several states have restitution programs in place offering amnesty to people facing criminal charges for their participation in certain cash gifting pyramids.